So this beef is getting real crazy between Maino, Maino and DJ Akademiks. Now we know that I told you that DJ Akademiks has said some stuff about Maino. Maino came back and called that boy chicken and said, then Mona from the Joe Budden podcast came back. She said that she heard he had a chicken little. So all that stuff was getting out about that boy. They was calling him all kinds of names, right? Now Akademiks is coming back saying he gonna sue Maino because he was calling him you know what, it's, y'all, doing bad things to women, right? He's coming out now, he's living, he's saying this.
Okay.
Was it your lane when that lady said that you forced herself on her? Huh? Is that your lane?
Exactly my point, chat. You could tell he's in his feelings. We went from joking on each other. He's making accusations that you should know. It's the same thing we said about Drake and Kendrick. Once people start saying accusations like that, we're no longer in a joking mood, right? There's a few women who hit me up about Maino who would love to put things out. I have declined because once you go that realm, if you are publishing things that are false, accusing a man of doing some of the most heinous things, it means you want to take it another route.
Huh? Is that your lane? All word, because that's what you're accused for, right? Ain't that you paid out for?
Maino, I could file a lawsuit for you for even saying that. I've never paid out $1 for any type of or any type of allegations regarding sex or any woman. I've never paid out $1. That would be a lawsuit, but that wouldn't be too cool, right? But it just tells me you're in your feelings. You're just making shit up at this point.
So if this beef couldn't get any worse, you got Charleston White now entering the beef. And he made a phone call to DJ Akademiks, and he just went in, because he's the ultimate troll. He just went in on Maino and said that he can't, man, he's itching at the bits. I'm chomping at the bits to beef with a New York rapper, right? Now, mind you, this thing gets crazy because first it just went to them just getting at each other. It should have been like friendly banter, them just getting at each other, right? And then it went into people with SA charges and all kinds of different things. It just turned weird, right? Now with Charleston White in there, it's just bad. It's going to go bad. Check it out.
Maino talking about cases and this all. Some random just sued me. Yeah, that's the one who sued me. I never got arrested. The cops looked at everything. Everything's on surveillance tape. They cleared me. Never got arrested. Nothing. Maino got arrested for back in the day.
I was just finna go to that.
Now, he should be somebody who know when somebody falsely accuses you don't want to bring it up because they gonna hit that research button to realize the chick ain't get no money. I never got arrested. And all it was is she ran to the same lawyers that was trying to shake down celebrities, and they filed a lawsuit. That's it.
Oh.
Maino has a whole history of all of these things that I know if I bring it up, people gonna say, yo, y'all were just joking.
Tell me, let me do it. I've been waiting to get into it with a New York.
Maino, all the huffing and puffing he doing, when he was there that night when Troy Ave shot at Tax Stone. His girlfriend got shot in the face.
Yeah, I hate these hoe. Man, I hate these hoe talk tough.
He ain't had no energy for Troy Ave. He knew that Troy Ave did it. Hey, he had supposedly when the scuffle happened in the green room and the chain dropped, I guess he called himself like he was playing tough. He picked up Troy Ave's chain. He wore it for a year, and then after a year, he came out and said, yo, this chain is fake. So Troy Ave started saying, if my chain is fake, why did you wear the fake chain for a year? You know what I'm saying? So really, this is a guy like, it's just that he's not that well known. When I Google Charleston White, a million things come up. When I Google Maino, there's not that much that comes up. I had to look real hard to find this.
I just know him from Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He's trying to drag me to the place where people gonna be like, oh man, now you said that about some streets, he gotta see you in the streets.
Now, you stay in your lane, homie. You keep being our journalist.
Back and forth. They're not witty enough. They're not slick enough.
Yeah.
So we're in an era where they put everything on video. Every single thing is on video. So, Act is basically saying, like, I could sue you. You putting this stuff out there where you have accusations in the past of essay assault and all these different things, right? And he's worried about maybe, them taking things to the street. But I didn't see anything where Maino said that he wanted to take anything to the street. When Maino pulled out a belt and was just saying, I'm giving belt to what, and was just, making jokes and, making fun of you. Charleston White gets in it and was saying, well, because he's saying, well, there's people that called me up and I can put out stuff about you, but I don't want to put it out there because then you're going to want to get in the street and get gangster and do all these things. But I don't know why he's worried about that. Well, I know why he's worried about it, because in the line of work that he does, he has the potential to run into these guys. You live in North Jersey, they live in New York. Y'all right up the street from each other. Y'all like to go to concerts. So you might run into these guys, where Charleston White don't care. Charleston White is saying, man, look, dig this head, right? Let me know. I'll get at these dudes. But mind you, this is the internet, right? Everybody already snitching on each other. So the police already know that y'all trading barbs and going back and forth. Y'all are already upset with each other. So now, what's supposed to happen after that? So now Charleston White, he wasn't finished. He gets involved. Charleston gets involved and he says this.
Keep staying in your lane as a journalist. I look for them big bad tough that bring the entertainment industry as if they street. So he got my attention. So I'm finna be real disrespectful to that and see if he really went. I want to see, homie, I really want to see the way he just talked to you. I want to see will he give me that same energy. And I'm willing to bet he don't. I don't think 50 Cent will match me. I don't think Curtis Jackson can match me with this mouth.
Yeah, but you see, here's the thing though. The issue with you, that's why they don't want it, is that they know they can't beat you when they going back and forth.
I'm gonna disrespect their mama, they dead homie, and tell them I'm gonna call the police. You do something and make him sit on this. Cause don't none of them wanna go to Rocky Island.
That's true.
So I hope he gonna call. I show him and I shoot. I shoot. Ask the dude hit me at the barbershop. I shoot too.
Hey, and that's why they don't want to go back and forth with them like you. Because here's the thing, with them like you, they prey up on the fact. They say, all right, if we see you, they're like, good. We ain't gonna see him. We ain't gonna see him. You see how you be in the clubs, like, you notice people have to stop saying, they used to say that about you at first, right? They say
I don't be nowhere about myself.
So one thing about Maino from the street, Maino not a dummy. Maino knows that Charleston White likes to play the character and play the role, and he's looking for anybody to be the Huckleberry. Anybody that's going to come out that will feed into his nonsense and go back and forth with him. Maino sort of addressed it slightly, but then brushed it off and went back to DJ Akademiks, because that's what it was about. Charleston is trying to jump in. He's trying to jump in and butt his nose in there because he want to go back and forth with a New York rapper. But the thing is what he said. Charleston says that I'm telling. So if you know that Charleston telling, I don't want to have a conversation with you about nothing that got anything to do with anything street. Nothing. But this is what Maino said.
Hey, I can relish. Hey, buddy. You nasty little animal. You think you're so smart and you're talking about jokes. I told you you had an opinion on us, and this was my opinion on you. You called them jokes. You said you was talking about the truth. Well, maybe you just mad that my truth is a little bit more better than yours. Because I don't want to hear nothing about what we wearing, how old we are, rappers becoming podcasters, washed up this. I don't want to hear nothing about none of that. Unless you're going to give us a detailed explanation on why you thought it was cool to have a conversation with a 15-year-old boy about another man, and you pushing him to embrace this agenda of yours. Like, until you explain this cringe-worthy phone call right? On what was the stream, right? Until you embrace that and give us a well-documented explanation. And I don't want to hear no half-ass apology. I want to understand what the mentality is behind you. Why did you think that that was cool? And this is not the first time you said some way about children. So not only do we got to watch you around the women, because you got this distaste and anger towards women, but we got to watch you. We got to watch out for our boys. This is your words. Would you let such and such? Why not? Who plays like that? No grown man plays like that. That has never been cool. So this is what I'm saying. Until you give us a well-detailed explanation of what was going on in your mind, and we don't want to hear nothing about what you're talking about. We don't want to hear your opinions on us. We don't want to hear your opinions about what we wearing. We don't want to hear your opinions about anything. You're talking about having these evolved conversations like you the smartest one, but you over there talking about with a 17-year-old. So I want to say this, man. I want to apologize to the mothers and the daughters and the families of the victims.
I agree with everything that Maino said. Now, this is the thing. None of this would be happening had DJ Akademiks not spoke on them. DJ Akademiks tried to clown them and then try to act like I was giving them props. It's kind of like you'll say, shout out to George, and then you start dissing me. You start going in on me, right? I'm not from that era. You say shout out, you start saying bad things about me, I'm going to check you. God forbid if I see you. We're going to have a conversation. But everything now is for clout and clicks, and they think everything funny. So you call them old, washed up rappers. You're talking about the way that they dress. But you got like 10,000 people in your chat, in your room. It's not like it was back in the day. If we on the block and I say something about your sneaks or call you a name, it's just on the block. That stays on the block. But now with technology, if I say something about you with 10,000 people in the room, it goes from 10,000 to 50,000 to 100. Everybody, it goes around the world. Everybody hears it. So now I'm the butt of a joke to everybody. I'm a washed up rapper. I'm broke. I'm online. This is all the stuff you said about them. So now when they start firing back, you got a problem. You can't tell people how they should respond to you. You did that, Akademiks, and you've been doing it for years. So now you're meeting your match. Because they want to know, why was you talking like that to that kid? Legitimate questions. Those were your words. You said it. You did it. But you put yourself out there by saying what you said about them. So now when they getting back, nobody's paying Charleston no mind. Charleston the troll. He looking for his next clicks. For people to pay attention to him. Who cares about what Charleston White was talking about? Nobody cares about that. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, and leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And remember, I love y'all. Till next time. Peace.